There's a light beneath the chapel door, burning through the rain, where Mama used to bring her sorrow and leave it there again. Daddy stood with folded hands, hat pressed to his chest, too tired to ask for miracles, just praying for some rest. The floorboards held old footsteps from generations gone. Miners, mothers, a broken dreamer still trying to carry on. And when the choir started softly, with piano warm and slow, it felt like heaven opened where wounded people go. The light beneath the chapel door still shines for hearts unsure. Old mountain hymns still heal the ones who can't pretend no more. And every soul who's lost their way through sorrow, shame, and storm may find mercy waiting beneath that chapel door. Brother Thomas played harmonica like wind through winter pine. Sister Ruth sang hallelujah with tears she couldn't hide. The preacher spoke of grace again for those who nearly fell, said the Lord still loves the tired souls who know their weakness well. Mama squeezed my shoulder, Daddy sang bass low, and every cracked old harmony made the room feel whole. No one there was spotless, no one there was strong, just broken mountain people being carried by song. Years may fade the whitewashed walls and silence every bell, but the songs we sang inside that place still know my heart too well. The light beneath the chapel door still guides me through the night, where old Appalachian hymns turn sorrow into light. And every weary traveler still searching for the Lord may find peace shining softly beneath that chapel door. The hymnal had a broken cover and pages turning brown. Mama held it every Sunday till she passed it down. Her mother's name was written there in faded blue ink lines, like generations kept on singing across the hands of time. sang the low notes softly, deep as a river's tone, while the piano filled the chapel with a feeling close to home. And I was just a child then, too young to understand that faith can live for ages inside a weathered hand. The hands that pass the hymnal down still guide me when I fall. Old mountain songs remind me I belong to something more. And every soul who's searching for roots beneath the ground may find them in the hands that passed the hymnal down. Brother Caleb played the upright, Sister May sang lead. The whole church joined together like one family in need. Some voices cracked from sorrow, some shook from growing old, but every line they lifted felt stronger than gold. Now that hymnal rests beside me on nights I feel alone. I touch the names inside it and feel I'm not unknown, because those who came before me still sing through every page. Their faith a quiet river that flows from age to age. We are more than passing shadows, more than dust and rain. We are songs our elders carry, rising up again. The hands that pass the hymnal down still hold me through the storm. Old Appalachian melodies keep my tired spirit warm. And every weary traveler still searching to be found may hear heaven in the hands that passed the hymnal down. There's a stack of firewood waiting by the cabin wall. Daddy cut it every autumn before the first snowfall. He said you care for winter before the cold arrives, and I never understood it till hard years touched my life. Mama kept the pantry ready with jars lined in a row, peach peaches, beans, and quiet faith for storms we couldn't know. Those simple mountain lessons didn't sound like much back then, but now they feel like gospel calling me again. Where the firewood waits, there's a love that thinks ahead. Oh, mountain hymns still warm us with the words our elders said. And every soul who's weathered cold knows hope is built that way, in small and faithful kindness, where the firewood waits. Brother Thomas played guitar beside the chapel door. Sister Mary fed the hungry, though she herself was poor. The preacher spoke of service, not as something grand or loud, but a way to keep God's mercy living in the crowd. When Daddy passed that winter, the snow came hard and deep, but the wood he left beside the house kept Mama warm in grief. That's when I learned love lingers in the work of willing hands, and sometimes resurrection looks like fire that still stands. Some people leave us money, some leave houses, rings, or names, but the ones who loved us deeply leave shelter from the rain. Where the firewood awaits, Daddy's love still burns today. Old Appalachian hymns guide my weary heart to pray, and every wandering soul alive still searching through the grave may find warmth in faithful love, where the firewood waits. Daddy never said I'm hurting, never showed the way. He just sat beside the fire when the hour grew late. Cold dust on his jacket, Bible on the chair, and a low mountain hymn floating through the air. The hymn Daddy hummed along still echoes in my bones. Oh, gospel songs can carry what a man has never shown, and every soul too tired to speak still trying may find grace inside the silence of a half-remembered song. Mama knew the melody before he reached the line. She would hum beside him softly, like a candle in the night. Brother Levi's harmonica cried through Sunday rain, and somehow every broken man felt less afraid of pain. Some love is never spoken, some grief is never named, but old hymns have a holy way of carrying the same. The hymn that he hummed alone still leads my spirit home, where Appalachian hearts keep singing, though the world feels cold, and every weary traveler still holding pain too long may find mercy in the silence of that old familiar song. There's a quilt on Grandma's bed, made from shirts we used to wear, pieces of the lives we lived, held together there. Mama said each faded square had a story song inside, of harvest moons and funeral days, and babies born at night. The quilt on Grandma's bed still keeps the cold away. Old mountain hymns still stitch our hearts through every tear we pray, and every soul who's fallen apart but longs to rise again may find hope in broken pieces, sewn by loving hands. Grandpa sang old gospel songs while she stitched by candlelight. Daddy split the firewood against the coming night. Nothing there was wealthy, nothing there was new, but every thread was mercy, and every patch was true. Love is not always spoken. Sometimes it's made by hand, quiet as a winter prayer, strong enough to stand the quilt on Grandma's bed. Still warms my memory, where old Appalachian voices sing through history, and every weary traveler still needing grace again may find the Lord in broken pieces, sewn by loving hands. The last hymn Daddy sang wasn't loud or strong. His voice was cracked and trembling, but he still carried on. Mama held the hymnal, though her hands began to shake, and every word felt holy for the love we couldn't say. The chapel smelled like pine wood, candle smoke and rain. Brother Caleb touched the piano, soft beneath the pain. No one knew that Sunday would stay with us so long, but sometimes life remembers the smallest, saddest song. The last hymn Daddy sang still echoes through the hills. Old mountain gospel carries him where my heart never will. And every soul who's lost a voice they'd give the world to hear knows love keeps singing softly long after they disappear. He sang about redemption, about rivers made of light, about weary souls finding rest beyond this troubled life. I didn't understand it then, I only felt afraid, but now I hear the mercy in every note he gave. Years have passed like winter streams beneath the frozen stone, but when I hear that old refrain, I don't feel so alone, because the ones who leave us don't vanish from the song. They become the harmony that helps us carry on. Grief can bend the strongest heart and bring it to its knees, but old hymns hold the broken parts with quiet dignity. The last hymn Daddy sang still warms the coldest night, where old Appalachian voices lead the lost toward light. And every weary traveler still missing someone dear may hear them singing softly when the final hymn draws near. Cold morning drifting through the valley, mist hanging on the pine. Mama lit the lantern softly before the church bell chimed. Daddy sat beside the window, old guitar across his knee, playing hymns about forgiveness and the grace that sets us free. The creek rolled slow behind the cabin like a prayer without an end, carrying all the mountain sorrows down the river bend. And every tired Appalachian soul walked those gravel roads the same, searching for a little mercy and somebody who knew their name. River stones and redemption, that's what these mountains know. Broken hearts and old harmonies, drifting through the smoke. Sing low, sing slow, till heaven feels the rain. River stones and redemption, wash the sorrow clean again. Old Brother Thomas played harmonica like a lonely freight train cry. Every note held years of labor and tears he couldn't hide. Widows in their faded dresses raised their trembling hands, while children stomped on wooden floors trying hard to understand. The preacher spoke of resurrection like he'd seen the angels near, said the Lord still walks these valleys even through the fear. Then the choir rose together, simple, cracked, and true. Somehow every weary soul felt the Spirit moving through. River stones and redemption, that's what these mountains know. Broken hearts and old harmonies, drifting through the smoke. Sing low, sing slow, till heaven fills the rain. River stones and redemption, wash the sorrow clean again. Someday these hills may grow silent, church bells fade away, but the songs will keep on wandering through the pines someday, like embers in the darkness, like prayers the wind still keeps. Those old Appalachian hymns still running deep. River stones and redemption still echo through the night, where the old folks keep on singing by the firelight. And every road leads homeward through the mercy of His name. River stones and redemption will remain. River stones and redemption, that's what these mountains know. Broken hearts and old harmonies drifting through the smoke. Sing low, sing slow, till heaven fills the rain. River stones and redemption wash the sorrow clean again. Oh, slow. Was a dirt road past Miller's farm that one beyond the pines. I used to walk it every evening, trying to clear my mind. Grandpa said that road it carried 3 generations home. Every soul who followed it never walked alone. The fence posts lean with age and weather. The creek ran slow nearby, and every bend seemed to remember someone saying goodbye. Still the mountains stood like witnesses, watching years unfold, while the road kept every story it was ever told. The road past Miller's farm still runs through memory. Old mountain hymns still guide me where my eyes can no longer see. And every soul who's wandered far, still searching for their place, may find themselves returning by grace. After Grandma passed, I walked that road alone, listening to the evening wind move through the fields she'd known. Brother Levi played harmonica somewhere down the hill, and the notes sounded like healing, moving soft and still. The preacher said that sorrow is another road we walk, sometimes in silence, sometimes needing someone to talk. And somehow that old country road taught me something true. Love never really leaves us, it simply walks with you. The years move like river water, yet some paths never end. They stay alive inside us again and again. The road past Miller's farm still stretches through my soul, where old mountain hearts keep singing survive the cold. And every weary traveler still searching for release may find the road still waiting and peace. Morning sunlight through the cabin cracks, dust dancing in the air. Mama humming old salvation songs while brushing out her hair. Daddy's fingers on the old guitar, soft as mountain rain. Every chord carried the sorrow of hard years and pain. Down the road the church bell echoed, across the valley wide, calling every weary soul to lay their burdens aside. Boots on gravel, coats worn thin, lanterns glowing gold. The mountains stood like ancient saints, watching stories unfold. Oh, sing low through the whispering pines, let the Lord heal troubled minds. Where the rivers carry grace and mercy shines on every face. Oh, mountain hymns still guide the way through the cold and through the gray. Under heaven's quiet light we find peace tonight. Brother Samuel played harmonica like a train crying through the hills. Every note sounded broken, yet somehow standing still. Widows raised their trembling voices, children clapped in time, and the old wood floor kept shaking to those Appalachian rhymes. Sister Ruth cried near the altar for the son she lost in spring, but the choir wrapped around her sorrow like angels learning to sing. And for one small sacred moment no one felt alone, just the warmth of mountain harmony leading weary hearts back home. Oh, sing low through the whispering pines, let the Lord heal troubled minds. Where the rivers carry grace and mercy shines on every face. Oh, mountain hymns still guide the way through the cold and through the gray. Under heaven's quiet light we find peace tonight. Years may fade these mountain towns, railroads rust away, but the songs remain like glowing coals that never lose their flame. And every prayer once sung here still drifts among the trees, like heaven breathing softly through the Appalachian breeze. So sing low through the whispering pines till the stars begin to shine, where redemption walks beside us down forgotten county lines. Oh, mountain hymns forever stay in the hearts that chose to pray, and the hills keep echoing every sacred thing. Some nights the choir cried too, not just the folks in pews. Brother Thomas played piano, slow and bruised. Mama held the hymn book shaking. Daddy stared at the floor, like every mountain soul there couldn't carry much more. Some nights the choir cried too, through old mountain hymns of grace. Every broken soul inside felt seen inside that place. Old Appalachian songs still hold the heart's life bruised and bent. Some nights the choir cried too. Sister Mary lost her husband, still found strength to sing. Brother Levi played harmonica like a train in rain. The preacher spoke of mercy for hearts ashamed to pray. And somehow through those cracked old hymns we survived another day. Now the old church stands quieter, still those old songs remain, like porch lights in the darkness, or smoke above the rain. Some nights the choir cried too, and somehow healing came through old mountain harmonies and voices cracked with pain. I sit by the river, the water runs deep, a place where the weary come to sleep. The sound of the water, it soothes my soul, bringing peace, making me whole. The trees on the bank, they bow to the ground, where the spirit of love can always be found. And in the hush of the evening air, I feel God's presence so pure, so fair. By the river's flow, I find my peace, where the river's flow in this holy place. The stars above, they sparkle and shine as the river hums an ancient rhyme. The moonlight dances on the water's face, guiding me to a sweeter place. Through the hills and the valleys I'll make my way, for the river's call is where I'll stay. And with every step I'll be drawn near to the love that wipes away my fear. By the river's flow I find my peace, where the burdens of life are released. With every ripple my heart finds grace. By the river's flow in this holy place. Oh, let the water cleanse my soul, wash me clean and make me whole. In the river's flow I'll always know that love and grace will forever grow. By the river's flow I find my peace, where the burdens of life are released. With every ripple my heart finds grace. By the river's flow in this holy place. Grandpa never preached much, never quoted many verses. He just fixed broken fences and helped neighbors through their burdens. Worked the fields, paid his debts, shared what little he could spare. And somehow everyone around him knew God was there. He sat on the porch at sunset, Bible resting on his knee, not searching for complicated answers, just listening quietly. Then he'd hum old mountain gospel songs, soft and low, like rivers teaching stones how to let go. The kind of faith my grandfather had didn't need a stage or crowd. Old Appalachian hymns still carry the lessons he lived out. And every soul who's searching for something real to trust needs the kind of faith my grandfather had. When Grandma passed one winter, I thought he'd fall apart, but he stood beside the choir with a shattered heart, singing hallelujah softly through tears nobody missed, teaching me that courage sometimes looks like this. The preacher spoke of heaven, but Grandpa showed me grace in the way he treated strangers or faced difficult days. And every old revival melody still reminds me now, faith is more than words. Somehow the kind of faith my grandfather had didn't need a stage or crowd. Old Appalachian hymns still carry the lessons he lived out, and every soul who's searching for something real to trust needs the kind of faith my grandfather had. Now his Bible sits beside mine, pages worn and thin, and every time I open it I hear him again, like pine trees in the distance or rivers after rain. Some voices never leave us, they remain. The kind of faith my grandfather had still guides me through the dark, where old mountain hearts keep singing and healing broken hearts, and every weary traveler still searching for enough may find that kind of faith someday. Mama sat beside the hospital bed, holding Daddy's hand, watching winter gather softly across the mountain land. No sermons came to save us, no miracles appeared, just quiet prayers and trembling hope mixed with fear. The clock kept moving slowly, the night refused to end, and every heartbeat sounded like a prayer heaven might send. Mama hummed old gospel melodies soft beneath her breath, trying to hold on to faith while standing close to death. God was in the waiting room, in the silence and the fear. Old mountain hymns still carried us when answers disappeared, and every soul who's waited for a miracle too long knows sometimes faith is simply staying till the night is gone. Brother Thomas played harmonica Outside beneath the rain, the sound drifted through the parking lot like mercy through the pain. The preacher came with tired eyes and nothing grand to say, and just sat beside us quietly and stayed. That's the thing about redemption, it rarely shouts aloud. Sometimes it looks like someone staying when life won't work out. And somehow through those longest hours, we learn what grace could be. A hand held through the darkness tenderly. God was in the waiting room, in the silence and the fear. Old mountain hymn still carried us when answers disappeared. And every soul who's waited for a miracle too long knows sometimes faith is simply staying till the night is gone. The mountains look the same next morning, the river still flowed on. But something in our hearts had changed, though Daddy soon was gone. Love had left its fingerprints on everything we knew, and grief became another road to walk through. God was in the waiting room, still living in that place where broken people learn the shape of mercy and of grace. And every weary soul alive, still searching for the truth, may find God in the waiting room too. Cabin lighting, willow trees, cold wind moving through the leaves. Mama singing soft and low by the fire's fading glow. I spent years so far from home, lost on roads I walked alone. But these mountains called my name till I finally came again. Sing the mountain mercy song for the weak and for the warm. Let the old church harmony flow like rivers to the sea. Grace can heal the deepest pain, bring the wandering home again. And the mountain echoes sing, lay your burdens down tonight. Old man Daniel lost his wife, spent long years alone at night. Then one Sunday choir sang hope and healing through the rain. Hands were clapping, tears were falling, every voice together calling. And the sorrow in his soul finally began to go. Sing the mountain mercy song for the weak and for the warm. Let the old church harmony flow like rivers to the sea. Grace can heal the deepest pain, bring the wandering home again. And the mountain echoes sing, lay your your burdens down tonight. Moonlight shining on the creek, peace for all the tired and weak. Every prayer still remains flowing through these mountain plains, and the Lord keeps guiding me like the river to the sea. Sing the mountain mercy song for the weak and for the worn. Let the old church harmony flow like rivers to the sea. Grace can heal the deepest pain, bring the wandering home again, and the mountain echoes sing. Lay your burdens down tonight.
Smoke rolled high above the hills. Daddy played old gospel hymns. Years ago I left this place, searching for another way. But no road could calm my soul like these mountains I still know. And the river's gentle song reminds me where I belong. There is heaven in these pines, shining through the night tonight. Old-time hymns and harmony floating on the mountain breeze. We may break and lose our way, still His love remains the same. And the river softly cries, you were never lost alone. Brother Thomas lost his hope, couldn't bear his heavy load. Then one Easter Sunday morn, he walked slowly through the door. Choir voices filled the room, warmth cut through the winter gloom, and the tears fell from his eyes as the whole church sang that night. There is heaven in these pines, shining through the night tonight. Old-time hymns and harmony floating on the mountain breeze. We may break and lose our way, still His love remains the same. And the river softly cries, you were never lost alone. Stars above the valley glow, harmonica crying low. Every prayer my mother prayed still lives in these hills today. Every soul can finally find
peace beyond the pines. There is heaven in these pines, shining through the night tonight. Old-time hymns and harmony, floating on the mountain breeze. We may break and lose our way, still His love remains the same. And the river softly cries, you were never lost alone. Late October in the mountains, cold wind through the trees, lantern light inside the church house, shining soft and sweet. Old men sitting by the doorway, talking low and slow, while the choir rehearsed softly beneath the lantern glow. Mama wore her Sunday dress, faded blue with lace. Daddy carried worn-out Bibles, marked by years of grace. And every soul came walking in like rivers to the sea, searching for a little peace and quiet harmony. Beneath the lantern glow, we lay our burdens down. Every hymn becomes a shelter for the lost souls in this town. Through the winter and the sorrow, through the valleys deep below, we still find redemption beneath the lantern glow. Brother James played old piano chords, slow as falling snow. Every note carried memories of long ago. Children stomped their boots in rhythm, wood floors creaked in time, and harmonicas kept weeping through those mountain lines. Sister May lost her husband one cold December night, but still she sang with lifted hands and tears shining bright. Said the Lord never promised easy roads, but He never leaves us alone. And the whole church joined together like one weary soul coming home. Beneath the lantern glow, we lay our burdens down. Every hymn becomes a shelter for the lost souls in this town. Through the winter and the sorrow, through the valleys deep below, we still find redemption beneath the lantern glow. And when these old hills finally fade into memory and time, may the song still wander freely through the forests and
in the pines, like echoes from a sacred place where broken hearts could heal, and simple Appalachian hymns made heaven somehow feel real. Beneath the lantern glow, the mountains softly sing. Every voice becomes a prayer, every tear a holy thing. And the old church keeps on shining through the rain and through the snow, holding generations close beneath the lantern glow.
Morning fog on river stone, little white church standing alone. Grandma's Bible worn with age, resting softly by the flame. I was young and wild at heart, always running far too far. But the creek kept whispering low, son, there's nowhere else to go.
Down beside the Cedar Creek, where the weary sinners meet, old-time gospel fills the air like a humble mountain prayer. Every burden, every scar can be healed no matter how far.
When the choir softly calls,
Grace can save us all.
Sister Mary lost her child, spent long nights alone and wild. Still she lit the chapel flame every evening just the same. Then one winter choir sang, candles glowing warm again, and her sorrow slowly broke like the dawn through mountain smoke.
Down beside the Cedar Creek, where the weary sinners meet, old-time gospel fills the air like a humble mountain prayer. Every burden, every scar can be healed no matter how far.
When the choir softly calls,
Grace can save us all.
moonlight shining silver blue, cool wind drifting through the woods. Every prayer the old folks prayed still lives in these hills today, and the Lord keeps calling near. Through the silence we can hear.
Down beside the Cedar Creek, where the weary sinners meet, old-time gospel fills the air like a humble mountain prayer. Every burden, every scar can be healed no matter how far.
When the choir softly calls,
Grace can save us all.
I've walked these roads so worn and gray, through winds that howl and skies of clay. The shadows stretch, the night grows near, but in my heart there's no more fear. The mountain calls with a voice so deep, I feel its echo when I sleep. The creek runs wild, the path is long, but I hold on to the old faith song. Footsteps in the hollow lead me to the light. Through the storm and darkness I'll find my way tonight. The river's calling softly, its song is sweet and true. I'll find my peace in the valley when I make it through. The woods are quiet, the leaves are still, but my heart beats strong with the Lord's goodwill. The stars above light up the night, and I'll keep walking till the morning light. The wind, it whispers through the trees, it carries prayers upon the breeze. With every step I feel His grace as I walk along this sacred place. Footsteps in the hollow lead me to the light. Through the storm and darkness I'll find my way tonight. The river's calling softly, its song is sweet and true. I'll find my peace in the valley when I make it through. And when I reach the mountain's crest, I'll lay my burdens down to rest. The sun will rise, the skies will clear, and I'll be free from all my fear. Through every trial, through every tear, I know the Lord is always near. And in the hollow where shadows lie, I'll find my rest with my head held high. Footsteps in the hollow lead me to the light. Through the storm and darkness I'll find my way tonight. The river's calling softly, its song is sweet and true. I'll find my peace in the valley when I make it through. So let the footsteps carry me where the river meets the sea. I'll walk this road, I'll walk it free, and rest in the hollow where I'll always be.
There's a road through the pines I know, where the cold wind hums and the soft streams flow. Every step got a story to tell, from the ridgeline high to the valley swell. I was walking blind through a restless night, chasing shadows running from the light. Heart weighed down like a bag of stone, trying to make this world my own. Every
led me further astray, further from what I used to pray, till I fell on my knees in the dust and dirt, with a soul so tired and a spirit hurt. Heard a voice through the whispering trees, carried soft on the mountain breeze, said, son, don't fear where the road may bend, I've been with you till the very end. Down by the river where the waters shine, I saw reflections of a life divine. All my past drifting far away, like leaves in the current, they couldn't stay. There was peace in the air that I couldn't explain, like a healing touch running through my veins. Every ripple sang a mercy's hand, calling me to a promised land. Through the hills where the wildflowers grow, I felt the truth deep in my soul, that the road I feared, rough and long, was the place I truly belong. Take me up that mountain road to grace, where I see the light in your embrace. Through the storm and the pouring rain, I will call on your holy name. Yeah, the river runs and it sets me free, breaks these chains that were holding me, and I'll keep on walking all my days on that mountain road to grace. Fire inside, got a newfound strength I can't deny. Every scar tells a story of how I've been lifted by your love. To the weary heart still wandering, to the ones who feel like giving in, there's a path through the darkest place, lead you home to a higher grace. Through the thunder and crashing skies, there's a hope that will never die, and the road winds on, but I'm not afraid, 'cause I know the price was paid. Take me up that mountain road to grace, where I see the light in your embrace. Through the storm and the pouring rain, I will call on your holy name. Yeah, the river runs and it sets me free, breaks these chains that were holding me, and I won't turn back, no, I'll keep the faith on that mountain road to grace. Oh, lead me higher, yeah, through the fire to the light. I can hear you call my name, through the wind, through the rain. On that mountain road to grace, I'm finally home. I was raised where the hills run wide, underneath that endless sky, where the river sang soft and low, through the fields where the wildflowers grow. Mama's voice in the evening air carried hope like a whispered prayer. Daddy said, when the road feels long, there's a place where your soul belongs. But I walked through the dust alone, far from faith, far from home. There's a home in the valley of grace, where the lost find their resting place. Through the shadows and the strain,
there's a peace that remains. Oh, I hear it calling me through the wind and the sycamore trees. There's a light I can't erase in that home in the valley of grace. I have wandered through doubt and fear, felt the weight of every tear. I have chased what could not stay, watched my hope just slip away. But in silence deep and still, I could feel a higher will, like a hand reaching down for me, setting my troubled spirit free. So I fell on that broken ground, heard of mercy in the sound. There's a home in the valley of grace, where the lost find their resting place. Through the shadows and the strain, there's a peace that remains. Oh, I hear it calling me through the wind and the sycamore trees. There's a light I can't erase in that home in the valley of grace. Oh, the mountains shine in the morning gold, like a promise the heart can't hold. Every chain that once held tight fell away in that holy light. And I ain't alone on this winding road. There's 1,000 souls with the same old load. We lift our voices, we stand as one, till the work down here is done. Now I walk with a steady hand through the fields and the quiet land. Feel His grace in the air I breathe, in the rustling leaves of the willow trees. And the river keeps rolling strong, like an old redemption song. Every soul that has gone astray can be found in His grace someday. There's a home in the valley of grace, where the lost find their resting place. Through the shadows and the strain, there's a peace that remains. Oh, I hear it calling me through the wind and the sycamore trees. There's a light I can't erase in that home in the valley of grace. So I'll sing till my days are through, with a faith that carries me true through the dark and into the dawn, knowing I am never alone. That home in the valley of grace. Grandpa played at every sunset out behind the house, old harmonica trembling softly while the daylight faded out. He fought wars he never talked about, worked mines most his life. Yet every song he played somehow made sorrow feel alive. Harmonica crying through the pines, like prayers too heavy for words, floating through the night. Every wounded mountain heart somehow knows that sound. Harmonica crying through the pines. Mama said those songs were sorrow, trying hard to heal. Daddy said broken people still need melodies to feel. And Grandpa sang of mercy with a voice rough and low. And for the first time in my life, I understood hope. Now Grandpa rests beneath the hillside, but when cold evenings fall, those old Appalachian melodies still answer when I call. Harmonica crying through the pines still echoes through my life. And every time the world grows cold, those old hymns help me survive.
The path is narrow, but the trees are tall. With the sound of the wind, I can hear the call. Through the pine trees, where the shadows play, I'll walk this road and I'll find my way. The earth is quiet, but my heart beats loud as I climb the hills above the clouds. With each step I feel the earth below, and the pine trees whisper, you're not alone. The air is cool and the sky is clear. I've come this far with no fear. The pines bend low as the wind blows strong, and I follow their whispers all along. The echoes through the pines are calling me home. Through the storms, through the fire, I've never been alone. With the earth beneath me and the sky so wide, I'll walk through the pines.
struggle to the peace, I'll be free. The echoes through the pines are guiding me. See the light shining through the trees, and the echoes through the pines are bringing me to my knees. With the wind in my hair and the earth beneath, I'll find my peace, I'll find my belief. Through the hills and valleys I'll carry on. The echoes through the pines will lead me home. And with every step, my heart beats strong, guided by the pines, where I belong. The echoes through the pines will carry me through the darkness into the to the peace, I'll be free. The echoes through the pines are guiding me. Oh, the pines are calling, and I'll never stray. I'll follow their whispers, come what may. With the earth beneath and the sky above, I'll find my love. I'll find my love. I see the light in the morning sky, rising over the hill so high. Through the mist and through the rain, it calls me home to ease my pain. I've walked through valleys deep and wide, with a weary heart and nowhere to hide. The road was long and the night was cold, and my spirit felt so far from bold. But then I heard a voice so near, whispering soft, don't you fear, for the light will shine through the darkest day and lead you on.
a golden hue, a sign that my faith would carry me through. The hills were steep, the winds were strong, but I knew in my heart where I belong. For the light was calling me from above, and it filled my soul with boundless love. For the light of the mountain shines so bright, guiding me through the darkest night, through the valleys low and the rivers wide. I can feel your love by my side. Though the road is rough and the storms may roll, I know I found my heart and soul. For I won't walk this road alone. The light of the mountain calls me home. Now I stand where the light breaks through, with a heart that's filled and spirit new. The mountains rise and the sky is clear. I feel His presence always near. Every step that I've left behind has led me to this peace I find. For the light of the mountain calls me near, and I know that love is always here. Oh, the light of the mountain shines so bright, guiding me through the darkest night, through the valleys low and the rivers wide. I can feel your love by my side. Though the road is rough and the storms may roll, I know I found my heart and soul. For I won't walk this road alone. The light of the mountain calls me home. Take me there, to the light that will always care. Through the dark, through the storm, I'll find my peace where I belong. The light of the mountain calls me home. Through the pines where the shadows fall, I found my way, and I've heard the call. With every step, the light shines through, and I know the road will lead me true. The pines stand tall, and the winds they blow, and the light in the trees begins to show. With each step I take, I feel the peace, and
the light in the pines will never cease.
The sky is wide and the earth is near, and I know the light will calm my fear. Through the storm and through the rain, the pines will shelter me from pain. With every turn I feel the breeze whispering softly through the trees. The light in the pines is shining bright, guiding me home through the darkest night.
I follow the light in the pines, through the darkness, through the times. With every breath, with every stride, I'll walk the path with faith as my guide. From the shadows to the sun, I'll be free.
The light in the pines will carry me. Now the pines are glowing in the light of the dawn, and I know my journey is where I belong.
With every step
I'm walking in grace, and the light in the pines is my resting place.
through the darkness and the day, I found my way.
With the light in the pines guiding me each day, I walk this road with faith in my heart, for the light in the pines will never depart.
I'll follow the light in the pines, through the darkness, through the times. With every breath, with every stride, I'll walk the path with faith as my guide.
From the shadows to the sun, I'll be free. The light in the pines will carry me. The pines will guide me, I'll never stray. With the light above, I'll find my way. Through the winds, through the rain, the light in the pines will ease my pain. Soft strings ring through the mountain air, like a prayer rising simple and bare. Footsteps echo on an old dirt road, carrying a heart with a heavy load. I was raised where the hills stand tall, where the pine trees whisper and the night birds call. Daddy said, son, keep your head up high, even when your faith runs dry. But I stumbled hard on a broken trail, lost my way in a shadowed
carry all my pain alone, like a stone that turned my heart to stone. Through the storms and the endless rain, I was drowning in my doubt and shame, but a quiet voice through the wind would say, "Child, I've never walked away." Down by the river where the cold winds sighed, I fell to my knees neath an open sky. Watch that water roll on by, like it knew every tear I'd cried. There was mercy flowing deep and wide, like a steady hand right by my side. Every ripple sang a sacred sound, lifting up what once was drowning down. I saw hope in the morning sun, felt reborn like a prodigal son, and the weight I bore for all those years was carried off with my fears. Oh, where the river meets the light, that's where my soul found life that night. Through the mountains high and valleys low, there's a grace I've come to know. Yeah, the river runs through every scar, carries me just where you are. And I ain't lost in the fight, 'cause I found my way where the river meets the light. Now I walk with a steady hand, guided by a greater plan. Every step on this rugged ground feels like holy, sacred ground. I sing these songs for the ones like me, trying to find what they can't yet see. That the road ain't meant to walk alone. There's a love that calls you home. Through the fire and the darkest days, there's a light that never fades away. And the river keeps on calling still, flowing strong through every hill. Oh, where the river meets the light, that's where my soul found life that night. Through the mountains high and valleys low, there's a grace I've come to know. Yeah, the river runs through every scar, carries me just where you are. And I won't give up the fight, 'cause I found my way where the river meets the light. Oh, carry me home, yeah, through the river, through the light. I can hear that call, I can feel it now, in the wind, in the trees, in the sacred sound. Where the river meets the light, that's where I'll be found. I was raised where the red clay lies, under wide and open skies, where the river runs soft and slow, through the fields where the wild winds blow. Mama sang in a quiet hymn when the nights felt cold and dim. Daddy said, "Son, don't lose your way, there's a dawn at the end of day."
But I walked with a heart unsure, chasing things that could not endure. Morning breaks on Mercy Hill, where the restless heart grows still. Through the sorrow, through the fight, there's a peace in that holy light. Oh, I hear it calling me. Through the wind in the sycamore trees, there's a hope that always will. When the morning breaks on Mercy Hill. I have wandered far from grace, seen the truth I would not face, carried burdens deep inside, tried to run but could not hide. But in silence down so low, I felt something start to grow, like a fire in the rain, calling me back again. So I fell on that broken ground, heard a mercy in the sound. Oh, morning breaks on Mercy Hill, where the restless heart grows still. Through the sorrow, through the fight, there's a peace in that holy light. Oh, I hear it calling me. Through the wind and the sycamore trees, there's a hope that always will. When the morning breaks on Mercy Hill. Oh, the mountains shine in the golden dawn, like a promise to carry on. Every chain that I held tight slipped away in that holy light. And I ain't alone on this winding road. There's 1,000 souls with the same old load. We lift our voices, we stand as one, till the work down here is done. Now I walk with a steady hand through the quiet and open land, feel His grace in the air I breathe, hear His truth in the rustling leaves. And the river keeps rolling free, like a hymn deep inside of me. Every soul that has gone astray can be found in His grace someday. Morning breaks on Mercy Hill, where the restless heart grows still. Through the sorrow, through the fight, there's a peace in that holy light. Oh, I hear it calling me. Through the wind in the sycamore trees, there's a hope that always will. When the morning breaks on Mercy Hill. So I'll sing till my days are through, with a faith that carries me true, through the dark and into the dawn, knowing I am not alone. That morning on Mercy Hill.